says Sandy Hook didn't happen because the media, is the most unpopular thing in the world with 7% approval rating in Gallup. So when they say that I say it's fake, that sends people to Connecticut because people think the media lies. Right. So if they're saying Alex Jones said it didn't happen, it must have not happened. And now they're trying to create a violent event. Not the families, but I think some of the people involved know that if they make a big enough hype about it, they're going to have a big event up there in Connecticut. You understand? And they're going to blame it on me. So I'm saying no, no, no. I believe it happened. Stop saying I said it didn't happen, and stop saying that I'm saying no kids died. Because I want to talk about human-animal hybrids and humanoids. Because, Joe, why has it got to be a humanoid?
Why?
Because if you make it a few percentage points another animal or another creature, it's a gray area. There's no human rights. You have an animal rights movement. You have a human rights movement. There's no alien movement. Right. Aliens are real. They're creating human-animal hybrids that are a new creature never here on Earth. It's alien. So the aliens are already here. AI is alien. The chimeras are alien. Aliens are already here.
So you're saying they're making these human-animal hybrids so they can, harvest tissue from them?
That's just level 1.
What's level 2? What's level 8?
Because I'll tell you, for the best of my knowledge, a lot of people think, oh, it's human harvesting of Falun Gong or these Buddhists really healthy. That's big. That's going on because they still have a better non-rejection rate. But with the chimeras, I remember 22 years ago, reading a BBC article that was kind of testing the waters. They occasionally test it. And they go, oh, yeah, about 15 years ago, the first animal-human chimeras were made in test tubes. They were not brought to term. But some scientists want to implant them in utero in cows because obviously that's a bigger uterus. You can grow up a bigger humanoid and get more tissue. And so then I went, I better go research that. So I went to UT Library at that time. You could get some on the internet like 1996. And I went and actually pulled up all these MIT reports. I took them to my dad and other people who was a doctor. And they go, yeah, that's really crazy. And it was all about how we've got to prepare the public for this because we're going to be able to download their memories and then put it in a new body. This is before Blade Runner. So see, it's not like this is the world's not imitating Blade Runner. Blade Runner is a preparation for what's coming. And they're telling you, more human than human. This is going to be more advanced. This is going to be better. But like everything, like a cell phone or like a vaccine, it's got a Trojan horse. It's got a back door. It's already been tested. It's already been perfected. It's being rolled out. You're not given the real technology. You're not given the real life extension. You're given the crap, Joe. And the Earth is seen as like an egg yolk to give the propulsion power for this new thing that's going to be born. And whether you believe that or not, just like when
the new thing meaning artificial intelligence?
Beyond that. It's beyond a fusion of artificial intelligence and a whole synthesis of new life forms. And so that's the big giant race when Elon Musk came in and told you, because he goes to these billionaire functions and he has a conscience, so he's freaked out. And they go to these billionaire functions. I don't just know this. I've talked to people, and I was in Wired magazine 20-something years ago, Why the Future Doesn't Need Us, Bill Joy, a billionaire, co-owner of Sun Microsystems. He goes to a billionaire meeting with 200 guys, and the consensus was, we're not going to let people play video games and party all day. We're going to set up a world government. We're going to slowly titrate the dose and poison the public, dumb them down, put electromagnetic radiation out with 5G that scrambles their DNA, lowers their IQ. We're going to cause mass mental illness and a controlled societal collapse that'll then be organized and controlled in the mop-up crew by robots, controlled by the globalist programmers who believe with the off-world entities they're in communication with that they're going to be given the operation to upload and be in that larger kind of Borg cube system
okay,
if they sell the country out.
You got to hit the brakes because we take this back to, I'm so baffled. What's the matter?
I Googled one of these things.
MIT Technology Review estimates that about 20 pregnancies of pig-human or sheep-human chimeras have been established during the last 12 months in the U.S.
Total whitewash.
Listen,
2016.
I 100% believe it. Look, I think that
this was going on in 1985.
I'm sure.
They tried to recruit my dad to a DARPA program.
I believe that.
In college, and then when he was a dentist.
I believe that. I believe that they will take all sorts of liberties in gray areas when it comes to scientific research. I definitely believe that.
Did you ever see Trinity and Beyond with William Shatner? I know you know.
But let's start slow because you go over so many different things.
Hydrogen bombs trying to ignite the atmosphere in the 1960s.
Oh, no,
the U.S. Air Force tried to destroy the atmosphere in 1968.
Yes. Operation Starfish Prime. They actually detonated a nuclear bomb.
Psychotic.
They detonated a nuclear bomb in the upper ionosphere.
Trying to blow up the radiation bomb.
Yes, they've done a lot of goofy shit.
But see, that's the thing. That's why I got mad at you, and I love you, and you're a smart guy and everything. Is I know you know.
Listen, you got mad at me because we didn't communicate.
You know all this stuff I know. You're even better at saying it. And then you sit there because you can't handle it, and you sit there and you dole it out.
It's not that I can't handle it. There's two factors. One, I don't have any time. I don't have enough time to go into it as much as you do.
You asked why I flipped out and got mad at you? That's it right there. Every time I bring up a fucking subject, you know all about it.
I don't know all about this.
You fucking know all about this shit.
I don't know all about this.
Bullshit. You're a smart guy.
Listen, I don't know all this human hybrid
Joe's just dumb.
Shit.
Joe just is a pot. Bullshit. You know exactly what you're. I don't think you're a bad guy. You're trying to survive for you and your family and do good.
Okay, but
my family, your family, none of us are going to make it. There's a post-human era coming. The breakaway civilization. The deal's been made. It's not. Okay. It's not the third dimension. They've made frickin' deals with interdimensional aliens.
Okay.
And notice the media never attacks you for that because that's the truth.
Maybe this is true. I do not know this. And
we'll get into it.
Okay, I do not know this. And even these human-pig hybrids, Jamie just pulled this up. I believe it's true.
I mean, I'm worried about human-pig hybrids. I'm sorry the Sandy Hook kids died. My identity is not that.
I get it.
They admit admit 5G in all the studies, LA Times, causes massive mutation and cancer.
Wait a minute,
and
wait a minute,
literally
wait a minute.
rattles your DNA apart. All of our kids are under attack.
You mean
And I'm mad at
5G?
Trump for allowing 5G to come in.
This is the new internet.
You know why they won't let China put in WAPO? You know
What's
5G in
WAPO?
major. That's the big Chinese 5G.
You are on fire today.
No,
Can
the
I
big
tell you?
5G.
You're on fire.
No, Joe, the 5G.
You're on fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember
5G
how I
is the
told you
new
there was a
internet
BBC
protocol.
article in '96 about human-animal hybrids with pigs and cows?
Yes.
You got to make you part cow so the cow keeps you, doesn't reject it, or part pig.
Okay.
Okay, but let me expand. And you know about pigs and rats were most closely related to, it's not even chimpanzees. That's why a lot of the organs don't get rejected.
Okay.
You know about that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Pigs are very close to humans. They even use pig organs and people.
Exactly. As usual, you know everything. Show. No, it's true. I mean, in a general knowledge, you know everything I know. That's
No, I don't. Listen,
Let me tell you,
Alex,
Joe, this is literally, we know what they're doing. So just like they say, oh yeah, we had human-animal hybrids. This is like freaking 39 years ago now. 23 years ago, I'm reading in the BBC about it and go confirm it's happening. Okay? And they're just floating it. There was an article in 1999 in the Baltimore Sun. And I interviewed Nick Begich. You ever heard of Nick Begich? Dr. Nick Begich?
No.
Oh my God, he'd blow you away.
Who is he?
His dad was a U.S. congressman that got killed. His brother, a U.S. senator. He
Should I have him on the show?
They're the guys that got all the money given to Native Americans.
Can you spell his last name?
Begich. He's a good friend of mine.
Can I get him on?
Absolutely, we'll fly right now. Anyways, the point is,
So what does he do?
he was telling me all these years ago, he goes, Alex, it isn't chemicals in the food and water. That's child's
Spell his
play.
last name again?
Begich. I can only write it.
Jamie?
It's electrochemical.
Okay.
It's electrochemical. But I'm reading in the Baltimore Sun, after I just had him on, I thought he was crazy. He's giving me all these patents for mind control using wavelengths and microwaves. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm reading it, and I'm seeing it. And the Baltimore Sun says, the CIA is testing on cell towers wavelengths to calm the public during crises. I just had Begich on with patents talking about that. What Begich explains is, it's not that the microwaves have somehow interfaced with the brain. We already interface with the space winds and all these other magnetic fields and everything else. So they're all just testing this stuff. And so everything they deploy, they've got all these other technologies. My dad was at UT in '65 when he was in high school. They already had CD-ROMs, computers, everything. But they had a nuclear reactor underneath the building. He wasn't supposed to tell them. And oh, absolutely. That's what I'm telling you. It's a breakaway civilization, dude. We don't know what they've got. We don't know. We don't know who they're. We don't know the whole thing. That's what I'm telling you. Is this is hiding in plain view, and that's why it's so crazy. Imagine if you knew all this. You're trying to tell people, and they go, "Oh God, he's doing that." Find one thing he did that sounds mean, and make that his whole world. So that's what I'm telling you. Is it's been in the newspaper that the cell towers are being used for mind control. That sounds like a schizophrenic. So see, here's what schizophrenic.
I want to
is.
see that. How do they use the cell towers?
Pull it up, probably. Look, here's the thing. Listen, here's the deal. Right here. You've got a total schizophrenic that thinks the sun is following him around town and thinks their dog is watching him and works for the aliens. That's not happening. You've got someone over here that believes everything they see on Fox News.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, questioning's good. Science is good trying to figure out what's real.
Yes.
And all of us get freaked out in the nature of the world. No one knows what the universe is. We don't have all the answers. So people can't handle that bigness. They can't handle that question, especially low IQ. So they have to differentiate and create a model that allows them to put it in boxes so they can make it make sense because they can't